Okay, I want to say something. Hi, how you doing? I come to pray, to slay, cause this is how we get down every day. For all my good people around the way, let's get into it for today. All right, now, excuse me. Now this is for the gays. You know, um, even though I don't agree with it, I don't agree with men on men. I don't agree with a woman on woman. I just don't agree with it. And but I will say I have a respect for, you know, I still can respect a gay woman or a gay man. I don't have to like what they do and how they doing it, but I got a respect for them, and I got a high or a very high respect for gay men, and this is why. A gay man gonna be who he is regardless. He's not afraid to live his truth. For a second, the gay men ain't around here shooting up the community. The gay men ain't around here selling drugs. They not around here spray painting on the walls. They not around here leaving their childrens and neglecting their childrens. They not around here lying to no woman. They not around here lying to no woman, marrying no woman, giving this woman all type of children, then turn around and leave her and want to be with a man. You hear? That's what down low men's do. The weakest link. That is a weak man. And he's dangerous. He's very dangerous, and he's especially to a woman. He's very dangerous to a woman, a down low man, because he's very envious of you. He jealous of you. He want to be you, and he mad because he can't. So that's why he go upside your head, because he really want to be with a man. And so to the women's, be careful of these down low men. These down low men will kill you. And you notice every time they hit you, fight you, they want to tear up your face. They want to tear up your face. They very dangerous. They in secret competition with you. Yeah. And then ain't no telling if they're already, giving you some type of disease that you can't get rid of. Please check yourself. They full of so much hurt, and they be the main one trying to talk about a gay man in your presence. Y'all walking together or riding down the street together in the grocery store together. He worrying about this gay guy. Talking about what you talking about him for? He ain't did nothing to you. Look, don't be with me trying to talk about no gay man, no gay woman, no straight man, no straight woman. The last thing I need is a man who love to gossip. I'm a woman. I don't do all that gossiping. So that's the last thing I need for a man to be on my side talking about anybody, let alone a gay man. Why do this man have your attention? You gotta pay attention to that as well. Oh, I can't stand look at this gay ass. Oops, excuse me. Look at this gay tail all sweet and fruity, and this and I'll bust his head. And some of them do. Some of them do put their hands on some of the gay guys. And I ain't talking about doing it just because, like, man, you need to be a man and get yourself together and quit, being around the neighborhood, making it seem like it's cool. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking the ones who just put their hands on them just because this gay man living his truth, and maybe that's what he want to do, but he ain't man enough to, he just won't do it. So that's probably why he want to put his hands on this gay man. Or he attracted to him and hate that he attracted to him, so he want to hurt him. But yeah, that's all I want to say. Ladies, be careful. Like the in the first you men's too. Because I was watching one of the judge shows on here. The woman, her husband married for about 17 years. And she had started treating him real bad, real wrong, real bad. And all along, she had fell in love with a woman. And the woman was there in the courtroom with her and this and that. She was still in the courtroom. Judge Tolliver, this is my girl. I think she was on Judge Tolliver, Lynn Tolliver, yes. On that, check that out. Type it on. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, her and that man have been married for probably 17 years. They have been married for a while. And honey, now this woman want to come, don't want to cook no more, don't want to do her woman duties, don't want to do this, do that. Now all along, come find out she had started a relationship with a woman, had fell in love with the woman. So yeah, it go both ways. But it's most likely. You got some down low women's too. But it's most likely the male down low is what I'm talking about. But it go for some of these women down lows too. Quit leading people on. If you don't want to be with that woman, you don't want to be with that man, you want to be with the same sex, then you go do that. It's a consequence. We got to pray. It's a consequence behind it. We gonna reap what we sow one way or other, no matter what sin we indulge in. But just know that's not of God. But at least they know what they want. And they ain't around here lying and hurting nobody. In order to, and you never know how God works. Even though he don't agree with it, he still say he show favor to who he want to show favor to. So some of them gays, I'm not saying they is, because I don't know how God works. But they the ones around here being true to themselves, and they around here doing this and that. You never know if God might have mercy for them. You don't know. Even though he made it clear that, he ain't with that. But it's a lot of sin he ain't with. But that don't mean he's not going to show mercy and favor to who he choose to do that with. And I had to say this too. If you a gay man, you shouldn't want to participate in no women's sports. You still a man. You were still born a man. You still have certain strengths about yourself that a woman do not have. So therefore, and coming into the women's bathroom in public settings, I don't think that's right. And I just don't think that's right, and I still don't think that's fair. Because a lot of the transgender men still have their private areas. A lot of them still do. Let's just be real. And if my daughter in the bathroom, I don't want no man in there, whether he's a transgender or not. No matter if he look like a woman or not. I don't want him in there with my child. What other, I think that they should just have since it's a whole thing, I think they should have their own restroom. Should be men, women, and trans. Period. And then let the trans men, the trans women, that's their bathroom. That's their bathroom. And what else I said? And then they should have the trans sports. Y'all in the lead of your own. Just like the women's is in the lead of their own, the men's is in the lead of their own. Everybody in the lead of their own. Ain't everybody stay in their own lane. Nobody got to cross over and cross into other people's lane. If I'm a woman and you a man and we playing the sport, of course you going to be dominant over me. No matter if you do got the nails, looking like a woman and talking like a woman, dressing like a woman, you still dominant over me because you were still born a male. So yeah, and that's all. That's just it right there. Everybody just stay in their place. Stay in their place. If a person want to live how they want to live, let them live how they want to live. That's between them and the good Lord. And even though the saints do got a right to judge that, they do have the right to judge it. That's in the Bible. You have the right to judge as long as you ain't participating in that same sin. But God don't mess with free will, and we can't either. So and I do know this too. This for the gay men and the gay women, especially the younger ones. A lot of our gay men and a lot of our gay women aren't gay just to be gay. It's something that led them that way. Either it was something that they was seen on TV, somebody misguided them, or they was raped, or some type of trauma that led them down that path. And if that's the case, I just pray that you really look in deeper. Because hurt, pain, and fear can make us self-destruct. It really can, you know. There's different ways of self-destruction. There's different ways of dealing and coping with pain, hurt, trauma, fear. And we ain't have no outlet. We ain't have no counselor. We ain't have nobody to talk to. We ain't have this and that and the third. But if that's the case, for some of our men and women, especially for the women, because I know a lot of women who are lesbian, who want women and like women and want to be stud, a lot of them was touched as a child, as a little girl. A lot of them women was touched as a child by some grown men. Traumatized that young lady, that baby at the time. Traumatized that child so bad to where it affected her as she got older. And it's the same way with some of these males. Somebody played with that child. Somebody raped, molested that child. You know, and they didn't get away with it. They didn't get away with it. Especially a fully grown man, a fully grown woman around here molesting and raping children. You ain't got away with that. You ain't got, and part of that child that have grown up to be an adult, part of the road they go on in life, you got to pay for that as well. And for the ones who have a house full of kids, babysitting them, cousin, friend, no matter what it is, keep your eyes on the children. Because these children and these teenagers, they will do things when adults ain't looking. You know, a child gonna be a child. A child gonna be a child. Ooh, excuse me. A child gonna be a child when ain't no grown-ups looking. You know, so you gotta monitor, like they say, monitor your children's phone, their laptop, their computers and stuff. You gotta monitor your children when there's other children around. And if you ain't monitoring, you sit them children down, you talk to them children. Even though they know what's right and wrong, because if they did, you won't be sneaking doing it in the first place. But still, just a confirmation. Sit them children down, talk to them children. Girls don't touch girls. Boys don't touch boys. Girls and boys don't hunch. Boys and girls don't strew one another. Girls and girls do not strew one another. And you know, do all the rest and go deeper. And all boys do not strew one another and go deeper. Whether you little boy, teenager, or girl, you know, you're not of the age of an adult, which is in America's 18. You know, you might be alone the ages of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you know, 16. Yeah, you know, if you got adults doing it, you know you got children who do it. So you talk to them children. Let them know that ain't what you do. And brothers and sisters, let them know. You know, the brothers, y'all don't you touch your sisters. Don't you touch your brothers. Sisters, don't you touch your brothers. Don't you touch your sisters. Be graphic. Go into detail. Y'all don't touch each other's private parts. Y'all don't go to humping one another and having sex with one another. You know, you got to talk to your children. Talk to them. Talk to them. Talk to other people's children if they come around you. You know the ones that's hard to hear and don't want to listen to nothing, then you ain't got to. I'm the type like this. If I'm trying to give you some jewels, if I'm trying to give you some knowledge that'll help you in your life and in your future, and if you show me that you ain't the type that, you know, everybody don't want to listen to what the next person has to say. That's just part one. You have to respect that. I'm not finna be like they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. I'm not finna be tussling with no horse trying to put the horse head down in the water. No, if you don't want the water, you don't want this knowledge, I'll be quiet. I give it to the next person who want it. And that's just how I am. But you know who got an ear for listening, for growth and development, knowledge, you know them the ones you pour into. And then the ones who, they know it all, they got it all figured out, they got it all messed up, then the ones you be quiet. You know, so you just have to watch them. We pray they don't self-destruct, but come on now. I ain't never known one man or one woman made it in this world without being coached and talked to and taught, you know, through life, and did well for themselves. You know, you gonna need a coach. You're going to need someone to talk to. You ain't got enough time in the day for you to make all the mistakes. So, yeah, you got somebody in your life want to give you some wisdom, take it. And it's free. I ain't never known too much to where I couldn't listen and learn. I was always willing to listen and learn. Still willing to listen and learn if it makes sense. You know everybody can't talk to you. You know what makes sense when a person talking to you and what don't make sense. You know some people can't talk. Some people talk to you and leave you in a world of destruction. Leave you down the wrong road. Leave you down the road of everybody can't talk to you. But you got common sense. You know what when a person talk to you to mean something good. And you know when the person talk to you who don't mean you no good. You know, but yeah, talk to your children. Talk to your children for all the young men and women that's out there who have been raped and molested. God bless you, and I'm sorry that happened to you. And with the right, with you talking about it, even if you still a child or if you grew up to be now a man or a woman, talk about it, write it out, cry about it. Don't hold it in. You can heal yourself. You know, read that Bible. Read that Bible. You'll be able to heal yourself. You'll be so happy in that peace that you did that. And don't let somebody, demons, make you go down the wrong road in life to where now you hurting yourself because of what was done to you when you was a child. You weren't able to help yourself or defend yourself. But now you's a grown man, a grown woman. Now you able to take actions to help yourself, to heal yourself, love yourself. And just know it wasn't your fault. It was none of your fault. And then God had got revenge on the ones who did that to you. And a lot of them who went around here rape or treated, they ain't no longer breathing. That's part of the revenge. And yeah, so God got a way of taking care of people in this life, in this world, who harm children. Who harm children. Who harm children. Who do this to the baby, thinking they're gonna stay children forever, or try to scare and put fear in them so they don't talk and tell nobody. Yeah, God see you. God see you. And a lot of time you go through that. It's to build your character and it's to build your muscle. And what don't kill us make us stronger. So pain is not always a bad thing. You know, a lot of it just build. Some people can't go through what you went through. You went through a lot. I don't want nobody to go through a lot, but you know, this life. We have our trials and our tribulations. You know, some people can't walk the same shoes you walk. You walked it, you got out through it, you got through it. All that pain and that hurt and that suffering. Now look at you now. You were bossed up. Man, if that ain't a testimony. Man, if you don't hug yourself or pat yourself on the back. I salute you. You ain't let that defeat you, or you ain't let that take you under. You use that for your muscle, to build your character, to make your strength. You did that. It's a lot of big things ahead for you. Only the strong survive. But yeah, I love you. I love you. I love you, you beautiful woman. I love you, you beautiful man. Of course, I love our beautiful babies. You know, but we got this. You just take it one step at a time. And don't rush life. Live life. Don't rush life. That's in God's hand. What he got for you is going to be for you. Can't nobody stop that. What he got for you gonna be for you. Can nobody stop that. What's for you coming for you. You know? You'll be at the right place at the right time. Yeah. You'll see. Things, the rainbow, things do look better. Things do look... Just keep living. You know, change come by morning. Things do be bright. I know sometimes we feel like, man, it's over with. We feel discouraged. We feel defeated. A lot of people feel like suicide. That ain't the way. I'm telling you right now, that is not the way right there. Don't check yourself out the game yet, because sunshine is in the morning. Don't check yourself out the game because the miracle probably was 2-3 days later and you and already check yourself out of here. You know? And yeah, stay in the game, fight. You know? Stay in the game for as long. When the good Lord know when it's time for you to put down your sword. He know when game over. He know when the challenge has been completed. He know. So just hang in there and stay prayed up and know you could do it. And you don't need nobody by your side who ain't cheering for you. You don't need nobody by your side who ain't got your best interest in hand. You don't need nobody by your side that ain't encouraging you. If you trying to stop smoking weed, they steady coming around you trying to smoke weed. You trying to stop drinking, they steady coming around you to drink. You don't need those type of people around you. You trying to kick a real strong drug, act crack, heroin, crystal meth, or them harder drugs, and you trying to stop. These people know you trying to stop, and they still want to come around you with this mess. You don't need them around you. You don't need them around you. You trying to go, glow, and grow. That's my channel. Period. You trying to go, glow, and grow. You ain't got time for that. Don't bring that around me. You know my struggle. You know my weakness right now. You know what I'm trying to do. Because, y'all, when I stopped smoking cigarettes, February the 8th, or the 7th, no. January the 8th or the 7th, 1 to 2. 2020. Yes, it's been almost 2.5 years, a little over 2.5 years, going on 3 years that I have had a cigarette. But what I did, I pulled myself out the game. I pulled myself away from friends, anybody who was smoking. My uncle, anybody who was my brother, anybody who was smoking. I'm trying to kick this habit. The first time I tried to kick, I kicked it for 15 months. And then, but I was still hanging around, you know, being around people, you know, that was smoking cigarettes, Black and Mild. And of course, after 15 months, a year and 3 months, I started back smoking. I knew this one for me. I'm like, God, you deliver me for that. I smoked for 8 months. 8 months. No, this ain't me. This ain't me. God deliver me for this. What am I doing? You know, and January the 7th, 2020, I kicked the cold turkey. I kicked the cold turkey the first time. I kicked the cold turkey. You know, I just stayed in my Bible. I distanced myself. I ain't distanced myself. I took myself out the game. That means I was no longer around. It was no contact. No, none of that. I needed my peace. I needed my space. I needed the Father. I needed it. And when I first did it, I couldn't watch people on cigarettes. I couldn't watch people on TV smoke cigarettes, or that urge to come up. I couldn't be around people. You know, I was weaker. Now, 2.5 years strong, I don't even have no cravings for it anymore. Thank you, Father God. They used to come here and there. I block it out. They say you resist the devil and watch him flee. You resist the devil and watch him flee. And when something like that, please don't quote me, but it's true. You know, that feeling to come up, the devil trying to put that feeling on you, that urge on you, this and that, trying to talk to you, go on, give you one more pack of cigarettes, this and that. No, I ain't already talked to the Father about this. Help me, Father. I got to kick this habit, Father. Are you really want to kick this habit, daughter? Change your surroundings. Alright, Father, I'm going to change my surrounding. No contact. Alright, Father, it'll be no contact. You know, the Father, yes, and the Son of God. Woo! The Father and the Son of God. Praise God today. You know, I did what was required. I did what was required. And I kicked that habit. I sure did. And now I can watch TV. You can puff 3 packs. You can have a mouth full of cigarettes, just smoking and puffing and puffing. Go on, do your thing if that's what you want to do. Because I threw in the towel. I tapped out. And I thank God I did. You know, and I'm loving it. You know, at one point in time, I thought I wasn't going to never kick that habit. I needed that cigarette for everything I did. Whether I was cooking, eating, before I eat, after I eat, driving, children, the children, you know, all through the house, smoking all that poison in front of my children, around the children, in the tubs, on the toilet, you know, at the restaurant, coming out. You can't even be in the bed, taking care of business long that cigarette. You busy. Every 20 minutes, got to come outside. Every 30 minutes, 40 minutes, got to come outside, smoke a cigarette. I mean, when I had my daughter, y'all could barely walk, but I bet you I walked outside to get that nicotine. Bet you that. Oh, I had my child daddy push me in this stroller. You know, push me in the stroller, push me outside to smoke that cigarette. You know, that was, yeah, I have did a few things in life. Far as, you know, drugs and alcohol and cigarettes and things like that. I ain't did no hard drugs, you know, but some people get addicted to the lighter stuff. You know, everything I tried, thank God he had his hands on me the whole time. I never got addicted to anything. My only battle of addiction was the cigarettes. And I karate chopped that mug. Bow! Booyah! I did. I had to give it a double flex because it tried to creep back up on me, but your girl wasn't going. Praise God today. But let me get up out of here. I got to go to the post office and mail this off to my forever. Bought that for him. Ain't that nice? And this is the giant print. Oh, can you see it? Yeah, okay, the giant print.